This is gonna be interesting. Hi there, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Caitlin, and here we talk about business, life as an introvert, and how to seize your opportunity for success. Devin and I rearranged our entire YouTube schedule just for this video because on Saturday we filmed almost an entire wedding day that we photographed, and this video I think is going to be so good. We just had to squeeze it in this week. Could not wait. Could not wait. So you are gonna watch me in, well, not like in real time, but behind the scenes, photograph a real wedding for this couple's bridal details. And why this is so special is because we didn't have a lot of bridal details to photograph. And I think that a lot of us photographers, we scroll on Instagram, we see all of the bridal magazines like Style Me Pretty, Martha's Weddings, Brides Magazine, and we see all of these gorgeous, gorgeous flat lays, right? They're full of florals, they have huge invitation suites, all the things. And for this wedding, I was given a pair of shoes with rubber grips in them, like the sticky ones that you can put in your shoes. I was given a pair of shoes, a pair of earrings, and an engagement ring. Not all three rings, just the engagement ring, and that was it. So we're gonna watch me shoot that. We're gonna watch how I avoid those like little like rubber grips. I'm inserting all of the images that we will deliver. Obviously, the wedding was on Saturday, so we have not delivered their full gallery yet. Devin's gonna insert them though. Okay, so before we dive into this wedding, make sure that you go down to the description box below and download my free guide for creating personal content within your business, and then jump right back here because this is gonna be great. Insert video intro thingy here. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Yes! Okay, so I am going to do some voiceovers for this as well, because on a wedding day, I am not speaking everything that's going on in my head. And that is for the sake of our client experience, right? Every wedding day that we have with our couples, they are so unique and perfect for them in their own way, right? But sometimes things don't go according to plan. Actually, at every wedding, there's going to be at least one thing that doesn't go to plan, whether that's on paper, maybe something on the timeline gets thrown off a little bit, or whether that is something that goes wrong in your own head. I know for me, I have a certain standard, a certain expectation in my head going into a wedding day. And for this wedding in particular, right, I show up to the weddings or to the bridal suite. It's this adorable, newly renovated Airbnb. I have such high expectations because I know that this is going to be where I'm creating the majority of their cleaner, higher end looking work. They got married at a restaurant. That is not a wedding venue. I think maybe they're doing more weddings now, but it is not a wedding venue. It is literally the patio of a restaurant in this town. And it was so quaint, so intimate, so beautiful. But we had never shot a wedding there. I have eaten at this restaurant several times. It's delicious. But I knew that this bridal suite was going to be something that I could control. I can't control how the restaurant looks. I can't control which way the light is coming from for their ceremony, but I can control the bridal details, and I can control which corner of this Airbnb she's getting ready in, right? So whenever I show up to this wedding and I only have a pair of shoes, a pair of earrings, and not even the rings, but just her engagement ring, I'm starting to panic a little bit. And not because I don't know how to handle it, but because that expectation of this is where I'm creating my best work for the day is starting to crumble, right? It is starting to unfold. The first thing that I am doing on this wedding day does not meet the expectation that I had in my head. So that is why I'm a little bit quiet. In a minute, you'll probably see me give like a look to Devin, or Devin like behind the camera, and that is the look of somebody who is not very happy with her decel selections. But sometimes that happens. That's why we're making a video about it, right? Sometimes we get to the wedding, and it doesn't matter if we've emailed the couple, they forgot their wedding invitation. That happens. I got married 3 months ago. I forgot some things. So we're not mad at the couple. We are not upset in any way, but we can learn how to make the most out of what we do have, right? Just because she only has shoes, earrings, and a ring doesn't mean that she's not getting bridal details. It just means that it's not going to be super easy to create the gorgeous, beautiful, floral filled flat lays that I'm used to photographing, right? It just means that we may do some solo shots and more of those solo shots. I may do details over here in this corner between the chairs. I could almost photograph these on this carpet. It's pretty. I know. They just redid it, didn't they? Yeah. You see me do a little double take there. The first thing I'm noticing is that these heels grips on them, like front of your foot, little rubber sticky grips that you put into shoes, and they are very visible. And I know that the bride changed shoes during her reception because her feet were hurting. I just wish that she would have put them on after I photographed them. So that's what's going on in my mind right now. I'm gathering a game plan. If you've listened to my YouTube or my podcast at any point in time, you know that I love a game plan. This is gonna be interesting. So we don't have a lot to work with. That matches. That matches, right? I think that looks good. So right now I'm laying out all of my details, all three elements that I have. I have my own like personal detail kit with like ring boxes and ribbons and ring dishes and such like that. So I'm getting a plan. I'm trying to figure out mentally how I want to create the most variety with these three details. So my thought process going into this is I don't have a lot of variety that's already given to me. So I want to try to make more variety with like the few things that I do have. Might help if I flip my screen around. Oh, that's cute. Okay. I hate the way that I said that flower girl basket slash bag was cute because it really is. It's adorable. They have 17-month-old. That's their daughter that served as the flower girl, and it's adorable. And the reason I gave that face is because I'm trying to see, is that going to be enough for me to do a flat lay? I didn't do a flat lay with it. I did a little setup a little bit later in the day with like the flower girl shoes and the flower basket, but there are petals in this flower girl basket. So you're gonna see me utilize those in a minute. They are not fresh. I do prefer fresh florals or like fresh floral petals. This is what I have, and sometimes you just have to work with what you have. So that's what we're learning here today. You can see me stumbling around right now with how I am going to figure out how to photograph these grips, because you'll see my first instinct with shoes, the first detail shot that I get is placing them just as they would be like in a shoebox, I guess, just sitting there on the floor and doing a flat lay. And you'll even see me, I had my camera in landscape or like horizontal orientation, and I tried to get just a picture of like the toes of the shoes. Usually the toes of shoes have a lot of details in them, like rhinestones, or like my wedding shoes had a bow on them. And I could not do that in a way that photographed well because of those grips. So right now I am trying to maneuver the shoes in a way that almost hide the grips. That way I don't have to Photoshop them. I don't want to do that. I want to photograph them beautifully and naturally. And I think here we can even still see the grips. Devin's going to import all of these like final images. And I think that you can definitely still see the grips in these because they cover the whole like front of the shoe. Just keep watching because it does get better. And I had like 95% of those grips. Devin just told me that he's going to grab some candids of the bride getting ready, having her do her makeup and everything, which I love. Details are my strong point. Candids are Devin's strong point. I'm very happy for him to do that for me. All of the variety that I could get with these is kind of limited because this grip is in here. So I may just have to suck it up and Photoshop it. I think right now you are watching me set up the shot that I ultimately will blog. This is the shot that, oh, I like this one. Yep, see, I like that one. This one hides like 95% of the grip, and you can still see it a little bit, I think, in that front shoe. You'll see the final image pop in here any second, but it does a really good job at hiding those grips. Okay. And I'm happy with that, and I'm moving on to earrings and then engagement ring. And there you have it. That is me photographing bridal details that maybe aren't as ideal as I would have liked for them to be on a real wedding day. I hope that you got something out of this, and I know I did. I got an image that I'm really proud of, and I love being able to look back and see the progression from where I started, where I would normally just like set up the shoes and problem solve that until I got the image that you saw at the end that I really enjoyed. I really like that. You really can't tell that those grips are in there at all. Looks like it could be the sole of the shoe. Looks like it could just be like the lighting. I don't know. You could see that on Instagram and you wouldn't be like, hey, that's Dr. Scholl's. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because the future of your business is right here on my channel. This is how I clap sometimes. And I'm clapping for you because your business is gonna grow. You're gonna learn so many things. So claps for you. Crab claps for you.